What it do? What it do? It's your boy BX Brother 730, and I'm live streaming Madden NFL 19 NEFL season 4, week 15. I got my Seattle Seahawks going up against the Arizona Cardinals. I've been away for a little while. Haven't been in action. So it might be a tough road back. Noodles is a good opponent. So I really needed to be playing more to be on top of my A game. But we'll see how it go. Nonetheless, we're here to compete. As usual. Why we fall?
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready.
Let's go.
As their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. This is taken at his 4. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Why do we fall in love? Why do we?
Now a handoff looking right.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dudes over there, and we get because he always does that fireman blitz.
Okay, there's a tone setter.
He
First play
always
from
does
scrimmage,
that.
stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Four down. Check 99. Check 99. Watch you now, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
Yep. Done the smoke and the other one on the run plays.
When we see those runs to the perimeter,
So as long as we get ourselves out, we'll be good.
Big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Nowhere, baby, nowhere. Let's go. Way to go, D. Way to go, D. Over. Detroit. Gun.
They're going to look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He hits Baldwin right side.
Come here.
Now they're
Come on, buddy.
inside
Keep
the
quiet,
10 as
bud.
he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Now back to throw. The quick slant caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal.
Set. 319. 319.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, spit. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On 1st down, it's Rosen. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Gun!
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
On second down, Rosen lets it go for Nelson.
I guys get beat all the time. I don't got the safeties for that, man.
Touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. Nelson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Josh Lambo now for the point after. Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now they try the right side here. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Gun!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Now let's go! Blue line it! Blue line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get this in.
Hey, Cody. Hey, did you get my PM? Yeah, I'm in this league game right here. After this league game, I gotta go run and pick up my daughter from dance practice, which is like 10 minutes down the street. She gets out at 9:30. I should be back in the house by like 9:45, 9:50 p.m. Eastern time. So if you want to kick it off at 10 Eastern, we can do that. If not, I will be around tomorrow too as well.
First carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down.
What's that, at 10 o'clock tonight? p.m. Eastern.
Over! Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Bullshit.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. First target, first catch.
All right, copy that. That works perfect. We could do that.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. His second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. J.J. Nelson now to return. He'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
On second down, here's Rosen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky there defensively.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now Rosen looking to throw. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play on third down for the Cardinals. 45 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes
sit down,
get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still,
damn, he got lucky on that one right there.
You probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Rosen on 1st and 10. This one grabbed by AJ Green.
Okay.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside.
Do you remember that?
Right back.
Okay, so I'm not sure. Get up my blanket. What are you doing? What are you doing?
First down carry here for Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
I didn't even see what it said for AJ Green right there, man. You guys are bugging me.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick.
Trying to be out here trying to concentrate, man.
No gain.
Now Rosen to throw on second down. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do. Especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Tight ends right. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And Lambeau will put this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
He's getting on nerves right now, man.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Don't push him like that again. You hear me?
He'll drop to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free.
You got one more time to do that. Hey. You hear what I'm saying to you?
Like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but
Do
here,
you hear what I'm saying to you?
Absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
All right. Okay.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them
Hit.
staring
Oh.
up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, guys, check me out, check me out. We got 3. Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw.
Wrong
Trying
damn
to get it
fucking
to Ebron,
person,
and it's
man.
intercepted.
Gotta do better than
Picked up
that,
by Daniel
DX.
Buchanan. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again. Here we go again. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! 97's the mic, 97's the mic. Stop your whining.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Lets it go for Nelson. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. 97's the mic. 97's the mic.
Operating from the gun. Leach. He's going to let this one go deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, they just treated third and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. Third and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Now, this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on fourth down?
And Lambeau will put this one through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off.
Hey, man. Stop.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A big play that time for the Seahawks. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Right back to him on 1st down. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. You got 4. You got 4. I got it.
Back to throw here. And his throw here's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll set up to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And a gain there of 11 yards.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and goal.
4 down. Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
Back to throw. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Hey, get off of it, man.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Hauschka's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensive to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle. With
get off of that, man. Get off.
As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
Get off.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here comes Nelson. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. Nelson, 76 yards. And the Cardinals are in for 6.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Seahawks offense unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they'll run it here.
Damn it, get down.
Past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
4 down. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Right here. Bring it.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 40 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. Sharp move, but can't find much space. Dropped just inside the 20. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Chandler Jones in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that's going to tie things at 20. So they come away from this opening drive in the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Single. Gun!
To throw again. Leach staying on his feet, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Throwing on third and long. Leach, he's going to sling this deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And on the ground they go with a running back. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Second and 9 now from the 21. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Detroit! Watch tight. Tight is right. Over!
They'll look to throw here. And that's off the mark, incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Seahawks on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Mike Daniels able to drop him for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. And Hauschka's kick is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And look like some movement there. Let's get the call. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, Leach. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Hurry up, here we go! Green, 39!
Operating from the gun, Leach. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. from the gun. Leach, he's going to air one out into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, it's third down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. There's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to try and go deep again. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. Nelson, 75 yards. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. Again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now they try the right side here. And some room to maneuver. Back is at Sales over the end line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the Cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
It's his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Looking to throw. Leach, he's going to loft one deep left side here. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Detroit! Detroit!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also skip the 2-minute warning. They'll set up a throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he connects with Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pick up there, 26 yards. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
11 more on that one and another first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Time for a... We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
4 down, 4 down. Check, check. Eyes up, eyes up, eyes up.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You don't want no problems. You don't want no problems with me.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll run it here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Set.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Seahawks, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Minnesota Vikings come to town. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, good game, Noodles. Good game. I definitely needed that one right there, man. That was huge. That really was huge. That's big. Thanks for tuning in. It's your boy BH Brother 730, Madden, NFL 19, NEFL, custom franchise mode. My Seattle Seahawks just defeated the Arizona Cardinals. To week 16, we take on the Minnesota Vikings. I'll see y'all then. Peace.